Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. So, last time we headed into Madarame's palace and we found out a bit more about what he thinks of his students and all that kind of stuff. And now in this part we're going to be, in the first bit of this part, we're going to be going to back to Madarame's little hut to talk to Yuuske to see if we can get any more information out of him, considering that we know now that obviously he's not telling the whole truth. So that's what we're going to be doing in this part. So yeah, this is pretty much just text conversation, just like saying basically, we're going to find out what's going to happen. We're going to talk to Yuuske about this. And Ryuji's calling us now.
I see. I'm gonna make him pay.
I think so, probably. I love this song so much. It's such a good track. What was the name of the track? I'm trying to remember.
See ya.
Let me have a quick look. Hang on. Oh, this is called Beneath the Mask. There you go. This is called Beneath the Mask. I've just bought the soundtrack. That's why what I was looking at. But yeah, Beneath the Mask is such a beautiful song. I absolutely adore it. Both versions, instrumental and the vocal one. The vocal one is really nice. It's very nice. So we're still ready to... Sorry. So now we're just waiting for Yuuske to get back to us, and so we know when to go and talk to him. Okay. So now we're just waiting to for us to go and speak to Yuuske, pretty much. Ah, so now Yuuske wants to wants us to go across, or wants Ann to go across anyway. My God, she's fucking everywhere. Like I said, it's in this part of the game where she really starts to kind of keep going, you know, where her relevance keeps kind of going up and up and up. And now she's tackling Mishima, so she's obviously a little bit dangerous. She happens to be talking to the exact right people to find out about the, you know, about... Sorry. Talking to all the right people to find out about... who happen to be connected to the Phantom Thieves stuff. So she's a bit dangerous. It's kind of amazing that she's the only one who kind of pieces it together. Even the police, even her own sister, is like one of the main police, big high up in the police department. She can't fucking work it out. Yet she's, you know, just stumbling upon it quite easily. Did she cut off her bangs? I didn't cut them.
Okay,
I bet he did, the dirty little boy. So now we're going to be heading to Yuuske, trying to get some information from him.
I thought it would just be you coming, Takamaki-san.
Wouldn't you get nervous too?
Sorry to be the third and fourth wheel, dude.
I'm here to keep an eye on you, so don't try anything perverted, okay?
Stop making such
I love that line from
I
Ryuji.
have absolutely no interest in her as someone of the opposite sex.
Huh?
Is there a
No, not really.
I love that response from Ann there. It's just like,
Let's get started.
I don't know whether to be offended or not. Like I said, Yuuske is pretty fucking funny. unintentionally during the course of this game.
Kitagawa-kun?
He's trying to paint. Oh,
Use.
so good.
This isn't what we planned. We were gonna catch him off guard and make him spill his beans, weren't we?
How are we supposed to know this was
That sounds wrong.
Just gotta wait till he's done. What an effing pain in the ass.
Perhaps I should try going out.
Oh, I love that actually. I'd never noticed that before. Whenever Morgana speaks, the bag that he's in bounces up and down. I never noticed that.
This is too boring, so I'm going to scout around a bit.
And somehow Yuuske doesn't see a cat jumping out of the bag and running out of the room. Hint, this is going to be important later on. So, yeah, that's going to be important for later on in the game. For later on in this dungeon.
Are you done?
I won't say what it is yet, though.
It's no good.
What?
I'm sorry. Am I the problem?
No, not at all. It's just... I'm having trouble staying focused today. I'm sorry, but we'll have to resume this another time.
Oh, hell no!
Likely story, Yuuske.
You made us wait.
I'm sorry. We had another reason for seeing you today.
No, this isn't going to go well, is it?
It's about those rumors regarding your sensei.
This again.
That painting I saw at the exhibit. You're the one who actually painted it, right?
That's...
I knew it.
Ooh, Yuuske, you've been shown up, kid.
Sensei's seriously messed up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools. That's why he doesn't give a damn whether he steals their work or physically beats them. I'll make this clear. There's no point in hiding stuff from us.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You couldn't go against him.
He still doesn't want to accept it.
I'm sure we can help
He
you
still
out.
doesn't want to believe it.
Stop it.
Believe it.
It's just as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork. Don't misunderstand me, though.
What the fuck does that
I
mean?
offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism. Sensei is simply suffering.
Actually, yes, it is. That's still plagiarism. If he is telling the rest of the world that he painted this and Yuuske actually painted it, it is still plagiarism. You fucking dumbass.
Aren't you the only one left?
What's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me. I'm supporting Sensei as his pupil.
You're okay with this? That's
Don't
obviously not.
again. If you do, I'll sue you for causing a disturbance.
Hold it! We're not done talking here!
Then you leave me with no choice.
Hey!
Oh my god, he's going to call the
I'm
police.
reporting you to the police. I asked Takamaki-san to be my model today, but I don't recall ever calling you two here.
What the F, man?
Yuji, stop it!
He's now lost his mind.
Calm down, okay?
Damn it!
I won't report you, but only under one condition.
Oh fuck. Here we
I
go.
want you to continue being my model, Takamaki-san.
But you said that it wasn't working out today.
That's because I was unconsciously being modest for your sake. However, I have nothing
Hang
to
on.
worry about anymore. If you're willing to bear everything to me, I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever.
Yuuske, you pervert. What the fuck?
To think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model. Of course, you
This
don't
is
allow
pretty
you to
fucking...
forget about our
I don't know how to...
discussion today as well. I don't
It's
submit
a
new
bit
piece to Sensei
creepy,
soon.
this.
There will be some
It's kinda...
nuances.
It doesn't come across as...
It'll be without any clothes, right?
like, it's not completely in a totally dark. I just find it's just...
Wait,
Mm.
Sensei
It's really bizarre and really kind of
so
creepy from Yusuke's end, I think.
I should buy more art supplies.
Oh my god.
Of course. I'm willing to wait. I'll make time according to your plans. But please come before the exhibit ends.
So now you've got to be up until the end of the exhibit.
Since you're returning home soon, we're done for today. Takamaki-san, I'll be waiting for you to contact me.
No.
You fucking asshole.
Talking here.
I do love Anne's response though.
What should we do?
We have to leave.
Yeah. Damn it. He got us good this time.
Don't give up so easily.
Time to go.
Huh? Is she done being a model?
Okay.
You moron.
Get in your bag. Oh, I love that response though. Really fucking funny. It's kind of...
Totally out of his
It's...
mind. I'm gonna have to pose nude if he keeps on.
Yeah, this is a totally...
Yuuske.
The way
It's
she's
kind of...
saying, it's not gonna be semi, but full on.
The best way I can put it, at least the way I feel about it, is that it's obviously very creepy.
Lady Ann's gonna...
Morgana.
You know, you won't have to worry
Like,
about that if we make Madarame
It's
confess
really
before the
creepy, I
exhibit.
suppose, from Yusuke's end. Well, it definitely is.
Tagawa
But
really thinks he owes his life.
it's kind of done in a humorous way, at least. So at least there's that side of it.
Lady Ann,
But
you're fine,
oh my
very
god,
well.
this is where it goes really weird.
Madarame's no different from Kamoshida. That asshole's using Yuuske who doesn't have parents. You're telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated horribly like the other pupils?
No. It is frustrating to leave this alone, even if Kitagawa-kun is fine with it himself.
You can't leave
But that's the
it
thing.
easy and door to love yourself.
It's
Kamoshida.
he's probably not okay with it himself. He's doing it out of a sense of duty, I think.
Madarame is the kind of target we've been waiting for. Let's help Yuuske come to his senses too. Before he ends up like us.
Right.
We need to look into Madarame first.
There might be tons more stuff.
So for the time being, this is actually going to be
For us to investigate his palace.
it's kind of going to be cast to the side, and it's going to be more
Also,
of
there's nothing about me modeling.
there's the
Tagawa-kun said there'd be inconveniences unless
sorry,
he submits a new piece.
so this thing's going to be put to the side. The old nude modeling thing is going to be put to one side for a little bit, and we're just going to focus on Madarame instead. Not necessarily.
It might not show your face.
Ryuji's response there, I just find it so
We
funny.
must deal with Madarame,
I don't
no
know
matter
why.
before his exhibit ends.
Therefore, we have a time limit. We have until Madarame ends his exhibition. So, there we go.
I guess that walkway
Now we've got a decision.
would work. It's near Madarame's place.
So yeah, this pretty much sets up
Changing
the
our
new
hideout periodically, huh? That's a plan I don't mind backing.
meeting point for the next couple of dungeons, next 2 or 3 dungeons.
You kids for a sec?
Huh?
So yeah.
From the looks
And
of it,
fine, and here we
you
go.
seem
We've
like
got
an
another
ordinary
new
stocking
character.
fan.
She's going to be another new social link.
Sorry, I should have been more clear. I'm actually looking for people that know Madarame's pupils. There's this painting, Sayuri, that was supposedly stolen in the past. But there's this rumor that it was taken by one of his pupils in retaliation for being abused. Have you heard anything about that?
So yeah, this I cannot remember her name. Do we find it out here? I can't remember, but
I see.
we might find it out here. I'm sorry,
Case
I
left
just
is
can't
victim,
remember.
and if there's no
But yeah, she's a
right either.
reporter,
Looks like I'm back
um,
to square one. Sorry for taking your time.
and yeah, her social link is pretty interesting. I actually, she's a journalist, yeah. I like, she's a pretty interesting person. She's a pretty interesting social link to go through. I actually enjoyed her social link quite a lot. So, but that won't be. I don't think she becomes a thing until it's the next dungeon actually that she becomes a regular. That she becomes a thing. Like you just kind of meet her here, and then you don't really do anything about her until the next dungeon comes up. Oh yeah. My apologies. And so basically now Mishima tells you that somebody wants to meet with you and talk to you about it. This is at Nakanohara. So Nakanohara now wants to talk to us. He's a former student of Madarame who's had a change of heart. And so tomorrow he wants to meet up with us to kind of discuss things. So let's talk. So we're going to talk to him tomorrow to find out a bit more. So yeah, somebody committed suicide because of one of his students committed suicide because of the way Madarame pretty much destroyed his career. It's just more kind of building on top of it's like in the previous one where it's like, here's another reason for you to hate this fucking prick. Here's another reason why we need to take him out and make him have a change of heart. So there you go. But today we're going to be speaking to Nakanohara. So let's go, shall we?
Well then.
Thank you. So I think it's from... Is it from today? No, it isn't from today. I think it's tomorrow from when you can start going into the dungeon at will. But we're speaking to Nakanohara first. And it's Nakanohara. Here he is. I think the whole point, Anne, is that stalkers, if stalkers kind of advertise themselves like that, they wouldn't be very good stalkers, would they? Artist by it. So now he wants to trigger a change of heart in Madarame. So this is where we find out kind of Nakanohara's background, that basically he was a pupil of Madarame. He kept, and he kept doing stuff for, that he kept, just wanted to be a good artist, and kept doing stuff for Madarame, kept giving him his ideas, but eventually left after what happened to the other pupil, where he was kind of driven out and committed suicide because of the way Madarame treated him. And so I think it's kind of simplistic to say that he became a stalker because of what happened with Madarame, but I think it is kind of, it is true, I guess, to a certain extent, that the abused later in life do become abusers. So it does make sense that Nakanohara would kind of have, like, something would happen to him and then he had a negative response, and that kind of pushed him to the into being a stalker. Kind of got him obsessed with a woman, that kind of thing. So it does make sense. But now we find out that apparently Yuusuke's mother was a former pupil of Madarame, or did work with Madarame, and ended up allegedly committing suicide, but she kind of died mysteriously. So we're going to find out, we'll find out a lot more about that later on. But needless to say, it is a bit suspicious at this point, everything we know about Madarame up to this point. And it kind of makes the wanting to help Yuuske a bit more urgent, to the fact that pupils have been committing suicide and pushed to committing suicide under Madarame. So it's just a little, like I say, it's a bit more of a, it's a bit more of a push towards getting it done, if you know what I mean.
pay dearly if we assume it's just going to be like the last one. Furthermore, Lady Ann's chastity is on the line.
What?
I love that line from
Only to
Morgana.
do what we did with Kamoshida. First, we secure an infiltration
Okay,
in the
so
palace.
basically this is just going over. It's just going over it again.
Once the treasure has materialized,
Find an entry route. Find an infiltration route to the treasure in the palace. Once we've got to the once we've got our infiltration route, send
You're
the
learning, Ryuji.
calling card.
Well done.
Once that's done,
Because he doesn't trust anyone.
then we have 24 hours to get it. It's pretty much the same as last time, but of course we're going to have a different.
Then his palace being so
Of course, the dungeon is going to be very different from the previous dungeon. This one is, I would say, more split up than the previous one. Like, you go in, it's kind of split up into thirds from what I remember.
I'm sure that whatever he sees will just get passed on to Madarame.
That's right.
Yes, we need to be fucking careful.
What is Madarame's treasure going to look like anyway? Another crown?
I doubt that, but my sixth sense will know when I see it.
Oh yeah. You look
Okay.
completely nuts, huh?
Our time limit is when the exhibit ends, right?
That is true.
June 5th.
Morgana does go nuts whenever he sees a new
After
treasure.
we sent out the calling card, so our infiltration route will need to be set in stone 2 days prior on June 2nd.
So we've got up to June the
Can't mess this
we've
up
got up to
no
June the
matter
2nd
what.
to complete the
Okay?
dungeon. So there you go. The way I normally do it, and I did it on my first playthrough, was basically as soon as the dungeon was available, I'd keep going for as long as I could, and then until I got up to the stop point, and then I would go. Then I would just try and complete the palace as soon as humanly possible. But we're not going today. It's going to be a little while before we go to the go into the dungeon to start it properly. But for now, we're going to be continuing Takemi's social link. So let's get going, shall we? Looks like we have an emergency patient to deal with. And this is kind of where sorry. Takemi's social link starts picking up a little bit. So they've got to get. So this little girl's apparently been diagnosed with bronchitis, and but basically the father here thinks that it's something more serious, and no one at the hospital is taking him seriously.
Hey.
So now they've come to Takemi to try and get it sorted out. I will help you. She's kind of pissed at me now. And I think it also also goes into the fact that she was treated or looked at this hospital where she used to work, where she was fired from because of, and I think it's probably from the doctor who got her fired. So this is more of a personal thing where she's like, fuck you, I'm gonna solve this case and you're going to be just to spite you, you motherfucker. And now I'm becoming an assistant. Shit. And she recovers. Isn't it nice? $1,000,000 yen for today. Wait, you're actually gonna pay? She was kind of fucking with them there, messing about. And she's like, "Oh, you're actually gonna pay? Okay, cool." Yes, he's a prick. In that case, I'll take this free of charge, just to screw him over. Fuck that motherfucker. Healing his patient without permission. Yeah, yeah. So she's pretty much just like, yeah, fuck you. To Oyameda. I'm her assistant. Sure, why not? Okay. God damn it. Got myself in all bother there. But anyway, Takemi's now at rank number 4, which is awesome. I do love this music as well. This is really, I keep saying it, but Persona 5 has just got such a fucking good soundtrack. It just sounds so fucking nice. Maybe. Oh god. She's making me suffer. And now my guts has increased. Not gonna go up for a while. Fuck. And that is it for this part of Persona 5. Join me next time when we will... I think we'll be doing a bit more side quest stuff. We'll be doing more social link stuff. And then after that we'll be... And pretty soon we'll be heading into the dungeon and doing the first section of the dungeon. So join me next time for the next part of Persona 5. See you next time.